So, welcome everyone. We are very happy to have you here. Inside Track Yerevan, second edition. We had the first edition back in November 2021, and we had the wish back then that one day there will be a company, a local organization in Armenia that would take over this difficult task and help us in building SAP community in Armenia. So we have this task, and this task is driven by the Armenians at SAP. So I'm Sovinar Chugasizyan, working at SAP since 2014, and I'm driving this initiative of organizing and bringing together everyone in Armenia who is in some way related to SAP and establishing a bridge between the people who are working in SAP all over the world, because you know it's a large, huge company, 100,000 people. You can imagine how many people are working, Armenians, everywhere in the world, and we are all eager to somehow contribute to the local ecosystem. So, welcome. This was the aim of this initiative and this event as well, as one of our milestones that we are for this year we set, and we, in a very short period of time, we organized it thanks to EPAM. So thank you, big thank you to EPAM, the biggest, yes, they did a huge work, and especially to Lilith and Levon, and we will have everyone from their organizing team separately. We will have a round of applause for them as well. But for now, let's have a quick look at the agenda for today. So we will start with our special guest, Yevgeny Kanoplik, who is the representative of EPAM. Today, our welcome talk will be by Yevgeny. Then we will have Svea Becker, our guest from Germany, who is one of the main, like the souls of the SAP community. She's driving all the community events from the side of SAP. She's helping them, and we are happy to have her. Then we will have Mahin, who is also very well known inside SAP ecosystem because she's coordinating different initiatives, driving these initiatives related to different cultures. Yeah, so we have a Cultures at SAP initiative, and she will talk about this as well and tell how Armenia is represented there. And then we will have the SAP Cloud Solutions. And actually, this is not only solutions, but also the technologies that are used today by SAP. And the ones that are most relevant for the Armenian market, we chose them. So we cannot cover everything, of course. So we will focus on some of them. Then we will have a coffee break and networking session. So we hope, because the aim of this event as well is to know each other, the local organizations and partners, customers, we are all representatives of this. So we want to know each other better. So please network so you know each other. And of course, we will have a small quiz session because we, as a sponsor, we have also SAP Press. We are very thankful to SAP Press and also to SAP Community because they are as well helping us with the catering, taking some costs of the catering. Thank you very much to SAP Community. And we will have customer success stories, sample stories from Armenia will be represented by customer representatives, and we will have also some remote speakers from Dubai. We will have also then a session on security, SAP security, because we have in Armenia a very highly promising startup, Red Race. In the face of Vahagan Vartanyan, he will present some basics of SAP security. And we will have also University Alliance member universities in Armenia. These are very active projects that are currently taking place in Armenia, and we want to make sure everybody knows about them. And we will have, also innovation projects that we have, like the Startup Acceleration Project, will be represented by our GIZ representatives. So I hope you will all enjoy and have a nice inside track. So with this, I would like to pass to Yevgeny.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues. Let me welcome you on this event, SAP Inside Track in Yerevan. A short introduction about me. I'm working in EPAM company for more than 16 years. In SAP, I'm about 20. And today I'm leading SAP consulting practice in EPAM systems. This is the our company and practice implementing SAP products. EPAM is the main organizer and pro-sponsor of this gathering. And let me take a moment to reflect some facts about EPAM journey in Armenia. Actually, EPAM is presented here and operation more than 9 years with 2 big offices and more than 900 employees and professionals working locally in these offices. And we have more than 15 practices, and this amount is growing constantly. Practices representing different products, technologies, and skills inside IT world. For the past 27 years, EPAM was presented very well on the technology market. And together with SAP, we have common track for more than 27 years. EPAM was one of the first, vice versa. SAP was one of the first EPAM customers. And we started this journey in even 27 years ago. And for during this journey, we grow together with SAP company. We represented many countries in many regions. And today we have about 2,000 of engineers and consultants working with SAP and for SAP as well. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the remarkable SAP community in Yerevan. You can join the community today, and you can support us to push boundaries of what's possible, and you can support and make this community even stronger. Additionally, I would express our gratitude to our partner, SAP Press, for their steady support and constant collaboration. SAP Press has generously provided 3 SAP ebooks as the prizes for Kahoot session at the end of this event. And so get ready to put your knowledge to the test and have a chance to win and build your own SAP library. And on behalf of EPAM and overall organizing team, I want to once again express my gratitude to presence here tonight. And so thank you, and let's make this evening even more memorable. Thank you. And now the next speaker, Svea, stage is yours.
Thank you very much for presenting me here. And hello, everyone. My name is Svea. I'm Svea Becker from the SAP community, actually, from Germany. And I'm really happy that I'm today here, and I have searched in social media when the last time was that I presented the SAP community here virtually, and it was not last year, it was in 2021, as you mentioned earlier. So I was a bit surprised because yesterday I told everyone it was last year. It's already 2 years ago, but I'm so happy that I got now the chance to travel here and to present a little bit about community. And I was thinking about the title so much, because this title, SAP Community, at its best, it has been used for years. And I was thinking, and I was like, yesterday evening, I thought, that's the correct title, because the community I experienced here yesterday with all you on the wine days here, Weinfest in Yerevan, it was just amazing. So I'm so impressed from Armenia, from the city, from the people. It's just great. And I think that's also a community. It's not only SAP community, and a community is everywhere. So like, who is in a sports club? Who's in a sports club? Raise your hand. It's a community. Yeah, it's a community. In the neighborhood, it's a community. So it's all communities. And the SAP community is just a huge community around SAP topics. And as you can see, it's an overview, but it's also kind of hands-on. So if you have your phone with you, you can register for SAP community. And you can also ask me anything if you want. Evgeny and we talked briefly, and he said he knows community for 20 years. And that's exactly because we are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. And thank you. So a little bit of the history. 2003, the SAP Developer Network was founded. In 2007, it has been reformed into the SAP Developer Community Network. And since 2016, we are the SAP community. Just a brief share of the numbers. And it's, as I said, a huge community. We have more than 3 million users. We have a lot of things to offer, like blog posts. We have more than 145,000 blog posts available. And we have so many questions from members. And yeah, daily visitors, 337. So this is a huge community, and everyone is coming there. Everyone who's an expert, everyone who is interested in talking about SAP topics, in knowledge exchange, in seeking knowledge. So everything is available, and it's publicly available, of course. It's a public external community, and you do not even have to log in. So you can consume everything without being logged in. So, as I said, it's a professional network, and I do not want to spend so much time to go into detail of all the slides, but I can share them afterwards, so you can have a look into after the presentation. I just want to take a moment to tell you what we have as the offerings in the SAP community. We have a Q&A system. So if you have a question around the SAP implementation, whatever it is, you can raise it there. We have expert, not only our SAP expert, also you can be part of that. You can answer the questions. And that helps you also to build your brand as an expert of an SAP topic. We have the blogging system, also a very good opportunity to share your experience. You can write a blog post, whatever you want to talk about, your project with your customer, all these kind of things. Then we have the topic pages. These are presented by our colleagues from the SAP. So like SAP P2P, everything we have in these topic pages. Then we have our groups. This is quite new, and Evgeny, you have already mentioned this earlier. We have also a really good group for Yerevan, and I will share a QR code later so you can directly join it. We have a huge variety of events we present, and nice recognition program, and a very great opportunity to personalize your personal profile. And that's what it's all about. You start with a profile, and so many details you can set in your profile. I will skip this because I would like to recommend our tutorials. The tutorials, it's easy. They take 5 minutes max. You can check everything out there. It's about the profile, it's about Q&A, it's about the blogging system, and also a starting point and the prerequisite for a blogging, the blogging authorization. So these are our tutorials. And when you are now an SAP community member, then you want to get your knowledge, then you want to follow maybe some topics. So here is the example how you can follow topic. So you search for the topic under the topic pages, and then you see the blue follow button, and then you simply follow this topic. Then, as when your notification settings are set accordingly, you will get a notification if there's an update on the topic. So it's really easy, and everything is also managed through tags. As well as you have searched for the topic, you can search for the tag. Also there, you have the chance to follow it. We do not have a topic page for every tag, so if you follow from the topic page, you're already following the tag. So that's really easy. Here are some tips and tricks. I will skip this. You have the chance to have a look into this later on. I want to deep dive a little bit more about our groups and our events, because that's a really great way to engage. And honestly, in a community, you need to be active wherever it is, even if it's in a sports club, right? So you need to connect with others. You can talk to them. You share your expertise. You get to know their expertise. So engagement, it's all what it is about. Connect with others. For those, we have, those connections, we have since more a year, I think, starting 2022. Oh no, actually, I think it was November 2021. We created our first group, the SAP Tech group. And since then, we have created more groups, and that's not only from SAP coming. These groups can also be started from anyone, so especially those location-based groups. So we have a group called Yerevan, and yes, we have worked with Sovina on this, but also other colleagues here from Yerevan. They are already active in this group. So it's a really great opportunity to start a single, simple discussion. Easy, so you can reply. It's easy to engage over there. Also some best practices, which you can read later if you have time. And you will also find all our events, and maybe you spotted the SAP Inside track there at the bottom right corner. So yeah, you can find all, a little bit, I try to be a little bit more louder here. Maybe they do not want the community. So you find all the events over there. So we have a Stammtisch event board. We have it for SAP Inside track, for community events, for user groups, many things. So it's really easy. And yeah, as I already mentioned, the idea of community is to share experience, to connect to each other. And this is what I experienced yesterday, and I really like to be here, and I hope we can also connect a little bit more in the coffee breaks. And now, take 2 seconds to put out your phones, and after the tips and tricks, and you can scan this here, because this is the Yerevan group. And if you are all here living in Yerevan, then it's your place to connect to each other. There's one little thing you have to consider. It's the subscribe. You can consume everything without subscribing, but if you not subscribe to the group, you do not get updates. So the little 3 dots is a little bit hidden. Little 3 dots, and then subscribe. And then you can get a notification once there is a post updated. And by the way, as we have this recognition system in the community, and you can earn badges, if you are a speaker here and you write a summary about your presentation, you can post it here in this group and you will get a speaker badge. All these kind of things make the community so wealthy. And yeah, I'm really happy that I could present it to you, and I hope you will all join us. And I hope we can connect in the coffee corner. So thanks so much for your attention. And I hand over to the next one. No, to Mahin. Thank you.
Any questions for Svea?
Correct. I offered the questions and then no one asked questions. So, do you have any questions for me? Megabjam? Absolutely. I'm here the whole evening. You can ask later. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Svea. And we have Mahin with us now.
Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm coming from Iran, not so far from your country, your neighbors, and it is great to be here. I went to Germany with a scholarship to study mathematics, and I made my PhD. It is very abstract, and I'm working also in SAP, very in abstract topic. It is the basic, it is NetWeaver, but I love the interaction with people. So since I am in Germany, I am also active in such kind of initiative. And I would love to ask to take the opportunity and say thank you very much for inviting me. It is a great pleasure for me. So the cultures at SAP. I don't know whether you know how many nations we have at SAP Waldorf. What do you think? It is 25, 50, 75, 100 or more. You have multiple choices. And then afterward, you have a small prize. Okay, how can a bit more? It is very close. That is good. One more bit. 18. Oh, it is 109. Only at SAP Waldorf Road. That is crazy. And around the world, I mean the globe, it is 152 nations. So it is actually SAP Waldorf is presenting whole the world in a small format. And Cultural SAP is a community, of course, it's a kind of community, as you say, Sevilla already, but with other, we don't go through this agenda, with other aspect. We are concentrating ourselves on the highlights of the different communities' celebration. For example, when you are coming from Armenian, we have very, very strong community from Armenia. We will see it later. Or we have some region, for example, Africa is all together. We have different countries and regions, and we are coming together because we think it is the best when you have some friends where you are and you feel yourself at home. So that is the grassroots networks. We are already 70 years old, and that is something that it is not just normal also in SAP, that something is coming from bottom to top. That means we have our initiative since 2006, and 2007 was the first multicultural event where we celebrate all of the communities that we had at SAP with some booths, and they have offered some performance and some food. So you know the food is bringing the people always closer. We have seen it also yesterday evening. It was wonderful. So our board sponsor, we had always a little bit budget and a lot of confidential trust from the sponsor. It was board sponsor sometimes and sometimes not. And for 8 years, Luka Mucic, it was the CFO at SAP. He was our sponsor. We will have another one. It is also a high level at SAP. We will announce it later. So we want to foster the communication between different cultures. And we want to bring the people this awareness that we are all different, but it is good that we are different. Otherwise, we cannot get advantage from each other. We can learn from each other. And at SAP Waldorf, we have more than 40 communities. You can see where are they coming from. All of these communities are there. And the blue one are the people from core team. What is our mission? Actually, in the very simple words, is we want that the people feel they are welcome. Because when you are welcome, you can be at your best. You can bring yourself at the best to the company and also to the environment and ecosystem. And what we do, the list is long. One of them is, of course, promoting the multicultural understanding, to bring the people to the people who are working at SAP, that we have different cultures at SAP, and we are different. For example, when we are disagreeing something, sometimes in my country, disagreeing is completely different than some people in Japan or in India. And that is very important to know and be aware of that we are different, and this difference is a chance for the company and all of us. And we help, of course, each other to get integrated in the society and be together and not alone. The list that we have done in the 2020, even though it was in Corona time and most of the things was in virtual format, is very long. I don't go through that. You will see it later, and I will send it around. And we have one most important thing that is our multicultural event, which is open for SAP colleagues and their families. And in the beginning, in 2007, they were allowed also to bring the grandma, grandpa, and uncle and aunt. But then we get growing, and we get popular. So we had one, it was 2015, that we had more than 3,000 guests. So the SAP facility told us, no, we cannot go in this way further. So it is now only for the family and kids at the moment. And you see, in 2016, as these two wonderful girls were at SAP, we had a very interesting multicultural event with some dances, some music, some food, and you can see also Harut and Narek on the pictures. And we were dancing all together and drinking and just being close like a family. The most important thing for me and also for the culture SAP is to connecting the hearts. If you are connected with your hearts with somebody, then the life and also the business life would be much easier. You see it? It is a bit, it is about 7 years ago, and I hope that they can be active again this year. That was a wonderful event. It was our 10th anniversary. And what we have achieved already at SAP, I mean, you can think that it's just a fun club. It is, of course, fun club. We want also to be fun club. That is no doubt. But it is not only that. We can also be ourselves, and that is the most important thing. If you don't need to invest energy to adapt yourself to the environment and can be yourself, then you can also bring the SAP more than it is only just employee. You bring everything that you have, every talent that you have with you. And we had a different diversity office we have also at SAP, and they are working closely with us. And we have also sometimes this kind of events that they want to show how many different flags we have at SAP. And this is one that we get close in our traditional customs and bring our flags to the stage. And what we have done also is to bring this kind of activities to the region. It is Rhine-Neckar Metropole. I don't know whether you are familiar. This is a very big region at SAP in Germany. And now the companies from different companies in the region are doing the same thing, which is called Rhine-Neckar Welcome Club. The initiative was from BSF, and SAP was from the beginning very active. And there we are offering to the employees from different companies such events. So if you have any subsidiary in the Rhine-Neckar Welcome Club, just get information about it and then become a member. And with these activities, we have been also in the museum. I say always, you are a Stone Age if you go to the museum, or you are so important. So it was very interesting. We were almost from November to June. It was 8 months that it was an exhibition at SAP, at museum, Technomuseum in Mannheim. And we have also done some racist campaign. We are working and helping the SAP to run some anti-racist campaign. And Technomuseum, I have already told you, the SAP got 50 years last year, and we were part of it. It is also a great honor. And the multicultural event, which is in hybrid format. So now we are, during Corona, we are connected to all of the SAP colleagues around the world. So what you can do is to be a member or to be an ally. Ally means if you don't want to be really a member, you can support us. For example, if you are somewhere in the world and you can connect. That is my invitation for you today, to go to this networking part and try to be connected. For example, before I have started this event, I was in the outside and I saw some lady, and she saw my bag and said, "Oh, it is from Kyrgyzstan, the bag." And they said, "Yeah, it is something from there," and I bought it in Germany, and then we get to know each other, and now we are connected to each other. I mean, just be interested, truly interested in each other, then you get also more friends, and then you can also feel more at home. That is also the invitation. Join us if you are at SAP, and if not, you can also have some, this is in the community, we have a blog where you can see the history, because the history is very long from Culture SAP, and I'm not going through that all now. I have also some sweets with me. After the break or during the break, you can have the chance. It is from all of the world. You can have a taste. Thank you so much. Any questions? Thank you. Thank you. Are there any questions? Pardon? Sweet? No, it should be fast. Anything else? But I'm also during the event here, and I will be very happy to be connected to you and see and talk. Thank you.
So, do we have questions for Mahin? Also later, probably. Okay, thank you very much. So now we will have one of the difficult, challenging talks today, because we will need to cover a lot of topics in one session. So this will be a panel session. But first we want to ask Michael Dorn to connect to us, because he will be connecting from Hamburg. He's quite engaged in different initiatives in Armenia, projects in Armenia, so we are really happy to have him. So Michael, if you are hearing us, please now connect and we can start the session then. We need 1 minute, Michael, so that we can hear you better. We don't hear you yet. Можем так тоже сделать, да. Можем так тоже сделать, хорошо. Ага. So Michael is online. We are just fixing some technical issues with the voice, so that we can hear him. And maybe before that, so you saw that we have among speakers many people from SAPs, But we have also in the audience people from SAP. They are not just today as speakers. Do we have Lucine here? Okay, we have Lucine. Please stand up. Because we are very happy to have her as well. You saw her. She's focusing on the newest user interfaces of SAP products, so the nice interfaces. So if you have any questions related to Fiori or UI5, we have the expert here. We also have Annie Markarian. So please, welcome. So we have Annie, she's working for the database division, HANA database. Yes. Yes, thank you that you are with us as well. And we have Narek Danoyan, who is from S4HANA, focusing on core tax. So anything core tax related topics of SAP, we are welcome to ask him. Do we have anyone else? I'm just not aware of others, so let us know. Yeah, of course. Yes. And installation, yes. And so do we have any questions? Because we have a couple of minutes, I guess, while they are fixing. No? No questions. Yeah, so we would like to have more statistics on the audience. So people who are here, maybe first of all, how many students do we have? That please raise your hand. Students from the University Alliance projects. From EPAM, that's very good. But from maybe TUMO or from great. So which university? Okay, perfect. Did we fix already, or the issues? No, not yet. Cenk fixer. Is it working now? No. Okay, then we continue with customer representatives, existing customers here. From Agba Bank? Yes, of course. We have so Coca-Cola representatives. Yes, of course, we have even a speaker. So we have Shahan. But maybe also startups, acceleration program. Yes, we have startups. Great. And we have a lot of people from EPAM as well, I guess. Yes. Yes, great. So maybe I can talk a little bit on this session as well. So this overall session, we decided to structure it in a way that it would be relevant for the Armenian market. So we cannot have all cloud solutions, but we can have the ones that are currently in kind of, let's say, high demand in Armenia, or they are somehow something new from SAP side, so like SAP Signavio. And of course, the platform, that is the business technology platform that relates to every cloud solution that we have. We will have the talk by Harutyun. We had also a hands-on session today in the morning. Probably some people were part of it as well. Can you please raise hands who were part of it? Okay, great. And yeah, so this was a deep dive into BTP, but we will have a high level of it today discussed. And okay, we have the echo. Michael, can you hear us well?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. But me also. You will give me a signal when I should talk, yeah? Can you hear me? Good. So I can't hear you now, but
Yes, Michael, we hear you.
Okay, perfect. So then may I start? Is it okay? Can you see my screen? Okay, you can hear me also. Then thank you, Zovina and colleagues from EPAM to let me speak and to have me here. First of all, before I start, I need to show you the picture behind me. This is Hamburg. So I'm born in Hamburg. You have to go there. Yeah, it's quite a nice city. So let me say some words about me and then coming to my topic. So I guess I have up to 10 minutes, something like this, and then we'll hand over to my colleagues. I'm in SAP, so I'm born in Hamburg, and I'm working in SAP since 19 years now. Responsible at the beginning in Germany for financial service industry, so mostly for banking. Then banking and insurance. I moved then to the partner managed cloud topic. Maybe some of you I was not able to see everybody in the room, but I have been very often in Yerevan, not only in Yerevan, talking about and having some negotiations with companies, partners, and end customers regarding partner managed cloud. And I moved then to the Alliance team, the SAP Alliance team, responsible for the go-to-market and the success from SAP Pioneer. And I will talk about this a little bit, and also a little bit combination why we are doing this. And I aligned this, by the way, with SAP Pioneer. So it's a little bit a pity that the managing director from Pioneer was not able to join here, but maybe next time. And he has been, by the way, also to Yerevan last year, when we had a very big event there together with Ravitech. But I'm coming to this topic a little bit later. So I will try to talk about SAP Pioneer and about the vision and the target and the strategy from SAP. And I'm talking from SAP perspective, why SAP did this. So first of all, maybe you know this or maybe not. So let me explain this a little bit. SAP and the banking and financial service industry is an integrated industry in SAP, and we are quite successful globally in a lot of countries, convincing banks and also insurance companies to use the SAP software. The market was fast, or the market is fast. There's also competition in the market, yes. And so SAP decides years ago to build I will call this spin-off, a company where they put the people in the company, they add the license in the company, they add investor. So there was a quite big investment from Dedic. This is the name of the company who invested millions of euros into the company, and they built a speedboat, what they call the speedboat, to be more agile, more flexible, and more, let me say, bringing the success and the software and activities what is needed for the customer. And also partners. And this is quite important because it's only possible to do this together with partners. So this was the main reason, to be flexible, to be faster, to reach the target of the end customers in banking, insurance industry, additional, let me say, financial industry. And here, this is the main, let me say, message, or one main message from Pioneer, to empower banks and insurance companies. What I said also before, to make them, let me say, to have speed, to scale, to sell the services, what's needed for the banks now and tomorrow. SAP Pioneer, and this is good because it's a small company, about 1,000, a little bit more colleagues. A lot from SAP moved to SAP Pioneer, and they also hired people from outside, and they are now in a lot of countries. Hopefully you can see this, because I can't see everything. Let me move this. So they have this is launched in September. So this is official from September in 17 countries. They have 22 offices They have more than 50 partners, and partners here means active partners. So you can have 50 or 100 partners, but if they are not active, it makes no sense for partners, and also not for finance, also not for SAP. They have more than 300 consultants and more than 800 customers. Yeah, and with staff and all together, the company is 1,000, a little bit more now, people strong. SAP has a big interest in making or helping SAP Finance to be successful. One is because we have shares from the company. This is the main topic, but additional, it is the industry cloud topic. So why is it important? Because SAP is selling, maybe you know this, the platform, the technology in several industries, and to have the capabilities, the knowledge for, especially for the industry, and in this case, it's focused on banking and insurance. This makes it more successful for SAP, selling the platform, selling the service, and also for Finance with partners together. And you can imagine if you have 300 consultants, it's not enough for a worldwide serving all customers and creating all projects. So to understand this is where Finance has their offices and how many people they have and how many countries they are representative. So let me go to this. They want to, and also SAP wants to bring the best of both worlds together, from vendor to partner. Co-innovation is a very important topic. And let me jump a little bit in the discussion we had when I was in Yerevan very often in the last year. Together with Bana, we had discussion how to bring this together. By the way, a very good initiative, Bana and also University Alliance, talking with Tumo how the students could also get a little bit knowledge to move in this direction, and using the platform, using the technology, or learning this, let me say, and also the startups if they are interested in financial service industry. And this is not only core banking, let me say, or core insurance, it's also additional parts of let me say, of knowledge of services, what is needed for a bank or for an insurance company. So working hand in hand. Then I will jump a little bit because I was talking about this before. So it's banking, insurance, and financing. So this is the target end-to-end solutions. This is quite important that Finance and SAP is selling and serving end-to-end solutions. And here you can see this a little bit. The SAP Finance and SAP partnership. So this means best of both worlds. So we call this. SAP was very successful in the banking industry globally, and the financial and the insurance industry and banking industry globally. And now, for sure, we handed over all the customers to Finance. This was some years ago, with all the licenses, with all the existing customers, also net new customers. And we were discussing this topic also with Revitech. Revitech, maybe you know this, is a spin-off from Bank. Very, very, let me say, good, very agile, very active, and a lot of very, very good educated people there, with a very, let me say, strong and very good view and a lot of knowledge for the market, or in the market, with SAP technology, and also in the banking area, not only banking, but mostly in banking. So this is really, really good. It's a very trusted relationship. And maybe some of you remember last year, there was this press announcement with the white paper. There was SAP in Yerevan, SAP Finance in Yerevan together with Revitech, and had meeting with the government and a responsible person, also with Tumo, with Bana, and so on. It was very, very good. There was also a press announcement in the news, and also on LinkedIn, by the way. So you can read this, or I can send you some information if it's needed, if you think it makes sense for your business, your daily business, or you are interested in this. And this is. So this Finance and SAP partnership, these are the main topics why we brought this together. So, and you see SAP Global Platform is one part. We are coming to this with Sovina and colleagues a little bit later. And we have the high flexibility and financial service industry, because we had some products and we are developing new on the platform, and also with additional add-ons with partners together, with localization topic and so there is quite a lot of, let me say, interesting business behind for everybody, and with new components and new, let me say, needed parts of the from the banks. In this case, and this is why I'm staying on this slide a little bit longer. We had the discussion with Bank, with Revitech, and also with additional partners in the country, in Armenia, especially mostly based in Yerevan. to bring this together, to build or to bring a service, and this is the idea from Revitech, to bring the service to all banks, to a central bank and all. I think you have 11 or 12 banks in the country, and maybe not everybody is convinced at the beginning, but it looks quite successful. That the starting point, a lot of banks will jump on the platform, let me say, and the platform will be the platform at the end from Revitech, Aquabank for all banks, if they want to use it. And so there are lower cost, more flexibility, and they could, let me say, adapt a little bit better to the market, especially because of the, let me say, the software in the banks. What they told me is a little bit outdated. So there is a quite big need to do something. So on this opportunity for all together, that everybody has a big value. We discuss this now for several months. Yeah, so it's more than 1 year. And every time there is a progress, really, really important. So this is one very good global example why it makes sense. SAP and the strategy is really interesting for a lot of additional partners and companies who want to work together with Finea and SAP to join this somehow and to bring their knowledge together because it's needed for the market. And if you think about if you will convince or you'll have at the end up to 10 banks, including central bank, on the platform together with SAP Finea, it's quite a huge project for the next years. So this is the topic on this slide. And here I like to come to more or less my last slide. I need to move this a little bit because I'm every time see my face and not the slide. Take into account the intelligence enterprise in this part. Hopefully you can see my mouse a little bit. On the bottom you see the business technology platform. This is SAP and this is our strategy, our global approach to the market. Finea is focusing 100% on this platform. Also, Revitech and Aquabank is focusing on this and working on this. And we are, when you're talking about banking, insurance is also interesting, and we discussed this very high level. My understanding at the moment with the government from Armenia, but let's see what happens there. So there is the services are built on the platform. Using the platform has a lot of very good processes because our knowledge from the last years we put into the platforms that you can. I would call this every time a little bit, not completely, but a little bit Lego. So the Finea produced and build a complete bank on the platform. You can use this on the screen. You can build the bank in, let me say, weeks. For sure, you have old products, old services, old technology, and you have to migrate this. So it's not in 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a little bit longer. But in general, there is a whole bank, and it's quite attractive because it's a little bit, I will call this fancy. Insurance is more or less the same, some steps behind banking, but this is the whole bank, accounting, reporting, all things you need for syndication credits, and you have this complete on a, let me say, in one solution based on the platform, and this is quite important. Yeah, and on top, and this is the core from banking core. Let me say it like this. And if you're talking about the open source and modules and apps that could be built, every time needs to be related to the platform. That on the one hand, you build the apps on the platform, and you're not selling this only in Armenia to the banks because 10 banks is good. But you want to go global, and global means others are doing more or less, not everybody, but a lot of banks are doing the same, insurance also. And then you can adapt this much better, much easier, and not, let me say, build this new from the scratch on other platforms. So you can use this, and also our salespeople like this because they get paid for selling this at the end, also in other countries. Yeah, this is, and let me say, high level. Hopefully I could add all the points, and hopefully you are able to understand me loud and clear. If you have questions regarding this, I'm happy to answer the question. Hope to be in Yerevan soon, and very open to talk to all of you. Sovina has my contact details, or you can find me on LinkedIn. Everything is okay and fine for me. So I would be happy to talk to you. And if you're interested more in this project and activities, please reach out to me. Then we can discuss this in general, because I think this is so big and so attractive that it's for everybody, let me say, new student from TUMO, also from university who wants to go in this direction, companies who wants to build something on the platform, wants to make money with this, wants to educate, university alliance is important. So putting everything together, it is really great. It is fantastic. And I would invite you to take part in this, hopefully in the nearest future. And this is all from my side. I'd like to hand over now. If there are questions, I can answer the question now or later if you want. Because of the time, maybe it makes sense to do this a little bit later. And then I will hand over to my colleagues. Is it okay, Sovina? Yes. And colleagues?
Can you hear me? Or do we have questions? We will write the questions. We will write the questions to you. Okay, I'll write in the chat. Yeah, we will write in the chat, and then you have the chance to. Do you hear me? Yes. So we will write in the chat the questions. The questions will be written in the chat. Okay, so thank you very much, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, so a round of applause to Mike.
It's a little bit echo, so thank you very much. Hopefully I can come and eat lavash next time.
So we were really happy to have you, Michael, and he put everything into the context. And now we can have for business technology platform.
All right. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Mic is working? Yeah? All right. So very warm welcome from my side as well. My name is Okay, so I'm also one of the members of this great Armenian community in SAP, working there since 2011. 13, sorry, almost 10 years. And I have worked in a different customer-facing roles, and right now I'm responsible for the platform adoption in a technology and innovation area, and for adoption of the business technology platform, which I would like to give you a little bit overview, that you have some idea, very brief overview, and also give my point of view why it might be relevant for some of the you present here, especially the startup ecosystem, right? Michael presented Pioneer, which is a great example of industry-specific solutions in SAP portfolio, but a part of that, of course, SAP has, and some of you might be familiar with other ERP industry areas like human capital management, like SuccessFactors or Spend Business Networks, Ariba, CRM solutions, and these all solutions providing to our customers the end-to-end business processes which the enterprises are running their very business critical processes there, right? And in SAP's vision, we would like to enable to our customers that they become sustainable and intelligent enterprise, we call it. And what we understand with that the intelligence is that we can provide a seamless integration through all these portfolio and solutions to provide these business processes. So the integration is the key. And the foundation for this is the business technology platform. So it brings together the critical technology areas where you can drive your innovation in one unified platform. So it's a public cloud offering, platform as a service, which can run on the majority of the cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or even SAP's own data centers. And business technology platform includes different areas. So for instance, application development and automation, where you can build or extend your existing business processes from one of these line of businesses. So we have a variety of tools for automation. We will have a look in a bit. Integration, of course, as I said, is the key. Data analytics, one of the important key assets of any enterprise, the data, right? And of course, also very relevant today, the AI, which is also some of the solutions already are directly infused with these AI capabilities, but also you can use to build or extend them. Right? Now, let's have a look on each of these areas, also very briefly. So I think one of the most important and relevant areas of business technology platform is the application development and automation. So doesn't matter if you are a pro-code developer or you are a business user, the platform offers you a variety of tools and solutions that you can use to build or extend your business solutions, right? Let's say we are a pro-code developer. So the pro-code developers, doesn't matter which expertise they have, if they are experienced in an on-premise ABAP world, so they can build their extensions on the ABAP runtime. If they are more cloud native and modern development technologies, the platform offers end-to-end tools and services that they can run and build their extension applications. What is also very important, the platform allows to build the multi-tenant software as a service solutions and run it on the BTP. And this is, I think, very relevant for the partners especially, or for the startups who have some specific line of business know-how. And we have some successful success stories with some big names, partner names from SAP like BCG, where they recently released for one of their sustainability areas a software as a service solution, which is 100% running on the BTP, and they are selling, providing in the marketplace of the BTP, the application store, and the entire SAP and partner ecosystem, and they are monetizing this software as a service solution. And I think for our market, with a very strong startup ecosystem, this could be also a great opportunity to get into that ecosystem of SAP. Moving on from the pro-code developers, the business users also, like the key users, can have also several tools to have certain extensions, like they can have a simple low-code manner, extend some user interfaces for their mobile interfaces, or they can build some simple workflows or process automation steps for any kind of line of business. Integration, as previously said, this is one of the key, or our vision for the intelligent enterprise. And here again, depending on different options, doesn't matter, you want to do cloud to cloud integration, you want to do cloud to on-premise integration. So the integration suite, the solution of the integration area can provide you this. Also, like P2B, P2C, P2 government also integrations. And what is also great, a part of providing this platform and also the tooling, the SAP is providing a lot of big number of pre-packaged integration content, which the customer's partner can use to build these integrations out of box, yeah, without much implementation efforts. Data and analytics, also very relevant, as I said, for the enterprises. The data is a most relevant asset, and especially the SAP data, which contains all the critical business information. And a part of that, of course, the customers have not only their data, nor SAP data, usually in real life scenarios, they have a huge big data in other data lakes or other data management systems. And with our latest data warehouse clouding offering from the BTP, it's also possible to keep the data sources in their original system. It could be external data lakes or SAP system, and federate the data in one data warehousing, build their modeling, their data, their business content there without losing the context, expose that, and then build on top some analytics and planning, some dashboards that they can run. And finally, the AI, which again comes with pre-built machine learning models, which can be used from the applications or integrations, what we have seen before. And a part of this, of course, we have also so-called foundational services that we would like to make sure whenever you do integration, you want to do application development, that the platform can provide you end-to-end application lifecycle management and security. Yeah. Okay, saying that, I think on this point I would like to hand over Gohar, who will talk a bit more about these processes, what we have seen before. Yeah? Gohar? If there are no questions, that's true. But yeah, I will be here as well, so you can also address your questions directly later as well.
Maybe before we go to Gohar, just one practical example how BTP could be used in Armenia. For example, for early one, we have many of us are using this application for banks, right? When we go to, or not only for banks. So imagine this application would be integrated with our customer's application system. The Agba Bank is using SAP system. So imagine what a big benefit could be from the fact that this application would be integrated with the Agba Bank's system, that is SAP. So they would need to use the integration service of BTP to achieve this. Yes. So just to make it on a more practical level, why we really need this technology.
We have also seen like a very creative and good startups in this BANA accelerator program, right? That there were fantastic ideas, and hopefully some of them we will see like one good example later as well, like these kind of programs that the startups can become part of big SAP ecosystem. Huh?
So now we have Gohar.
Hello everyone, I'm Gohar Georgian and I'm based in Waldorf, Germany. I'm happy that I can be part of this great presentation also today. I missed the first one, Inside Track event in November 2021, I think. But I'm happy that I can be here. I joined SAP in 2012, and thanks to this great company, I could experience in different units at SAP. So starting with HR, then moving to development unit, then I had a great experience in enterprise analytics team, and since 2 years I joined SAP Signavio. Has anyone of you heard about Signavio? Okay, so. Okay, great. Yeah, I will try to explain you a bit what is SAP Signavio doing. So it's actually quite new acquisition from SAP. We acquired Signavio at late 2020, and what was the main reason that SAP decided to acquire this company? So we wanted to help our customers to go through this transformation journey as easy as possible. Right, and we wanted them to have the best run processes, and we wanted them to move to SAP solutions and to adopt those solutions as fast as possible. You have seen already this slide, how it presented this. I want now maybe to connect some dots why, when I talk about SAP Signavio. When we talk about SAP product vision, or in general about SAP vision, so Signavio plays, we can look at this, our arcing half circle, which is known as AI-powered business processes. And SAP Signavio plays a huge role here because it provides all capabilities, for example, to understand, to analyze, to improve, and to transform the processes at the customer side, right? And it helps the customers to move towards cloud ERP, to move towards Ariba now already, and of course with the underlying business technology platform. How I can define SAP Signavio? So it's a cloud-based process management or process transformation platform. As I already said, each transformation, it's all transformation, I mean, none of the transformations are easy, right? I mean, for doing any transformation, all customers have some struggles, and what we want to do is we want to make their life easier, right? We want to give them ability to understand, to improve, and throughout the whole transformation journey to experience whatever they experience should be fast and easy for SAP solution adoptions. And when I talk about SAP Signavio, you can imagine the circle, and those are all solutions or all products that Signavio offers to the customers. So when the customer thinks about any transformation, first of all, they need to understand and analyze their own processes, right? They need to know what's their as-is process, where they stand, if they have any room of improvements. And for this, SAP Signavio offers two solutions. Basically, they can do this analysis using process insights and process intelligence. Those two tools, they sound quite similar, but they have a huge difference. So with process insights, the customer can get very fast analysis on SAP ERP solutions, and Ariba now as well. And with process intelligence, they can get analysis more faster and flexible analysis, not only on SAP processes or SAP programs, but also non-SAP systems like Salesforce, Oracle, and so on and so forth. Once the customer has understanding of their as-is process, right, they know we have some bottlenecks in the process, we want to improve them. They need to redesign their process. And for this, SAP Signavio has the process manager as a module or as a separate tool. With this, they can redesign their process. So this is nothing else than a modeling platform using the BPMN diagrams, using the value chain, Archimate, and way more modeling languages. From the improvement part, we have the process automation, where we integrate with sub-build process automation, and on top we implement the governance framework. This gives the customers an opportunity to automatically, after designing the processes, also to approve some workflows and to make the whole automation process easier and faster. What we brought 2 years ago, we brought something new on the table within our unit. So we launched our beta release, and last year we had the GA of our SAP Signavio Process Explorer. Now we renamed it, so it calls Value Accelerators, because we understand we give more than processes. So this is the ready-to-use content that can help the customers to make the transformation faster. So they have their processes like for S4 HANA on-prem and cloud, Ariba, SuccessFactors, reference business and reference solution architecture from SAP. So this is a huge platform which gives the customers opportunities and capabilities to analyze and to understand fast the processes. Those are the best practices that SAP has built and could help our customers basically to go throughout the whole journey much faster. And on my last slide, I would like to highlight basically where we want to go, what's our aim and wish with SAP Signavio. So we want the fast time to insights for the customers, right? We want them to understand what they're doing wrong, where they do or spend some cost for inefficient processes, right? And when they have understand this, they can go through the recommendations and take some actions for the improvement. And this would be our fast time to adapt. And as you can see, this is an infinity loop, right? Whenever you identified your processes, your bottlenecks, and whatever you want to improve, and you go through the adaptation process, you want to measure it again, and then you will basically go through the measurement, redesigning, and then adapting. So that was all actually from my end. So if someone is interested looking at this value accelerator platform, I'm happy to show you. Because of shortened time, I don't have time to demo it in here. But I will be here, and I'm happy to present this in case if you are interested. And of course, if someone is interested in SAP Signavio and would like to use this, yeah, we can align with our go-to-market team and, of course, yeah, provide you more insights on this. Thank you.
So, hi everyone. My name is Lilith. I work at EPAM in SAP Data Analytics Department. So today I will talk about and I will represent some insights about S/4HANA cloud-based solution for SAP. I will be very short because I know that you already want to go for some coffee break. So I will just talk about, oh, sorry. I will have one slide only. So here in this slide, you can see what journey S/4HANA has. And it started from 2011, and the first release was in 2015. So S/4HANA is the current enterprise application suite for SAP. It was first released in 2015, and I will go deep down after this release. I will not talk about before that what happened. But talking about the release for S4, it was like the first part is started as a next generation financial solution at the 2014 in a SAP Higher Technology conference, and after that, 9 months later, SAP announced about its expenditure, that it should be expanded, and not only financial solutions should be included, but also it should be performed as more enterprise resource planning platform rather than only a financial solution. So in 2016, like several key logistic areas were added to S/4HANA, like sourcing and procurement, manufacturing, supply chain management, and asset management as well. And in 2017, machine learning was added to the platform. And every year it was like enhancing and improving its possibilities and new functionalities as a new platform. Talking about innovations and new functionalities that S/4HANA brought to the business environment, I will emphasize here and bring an example. For the financial users, mostly it brought the universal journey universal journal new functionality, which gave the financial users a possibility to have access to a single source of financial truth, like having everything stored in one place, like for example in one table called ICDOK, where the users have the possibility to use it more like flexibly. So talking about the main benefits of S/4HANA, we should mention here that it's built on advanced in-memory platform. It's designed on the most modern user experience, like SAP Fiori applications, which give the users the possibility to navigate into SAP environment in a more flexible way. Because in comparison with the older sibling, like let's say the SAP ERP GUI, where the user have to just type the transaction code or to remember the transaction code of a particular like transaction. Now the navigation became more like easy for the users. And also talking about the benefits, I would like to say that currently it's giving it's simplifying the business collaboration and giving the users a possibility to connect people, devices, business networks in real time. You can use SAP S/4HANA both on-premise and in cloud as a solution. You can like focus on the essential tasks to real time with the flexibility to adapt quickly. You can use lots of like different devices, like let's say mobile, I don't know, iPod, and other devices as well. And talking about also the main key benefits of S/4HANA, I want to emphasize that it is giving a more simplified data model. It's a new user experience for the users. It's giving a possibility of advanced processing. It gives a possibility of choosing the deployment and the possibility of multi-tenancy as well. So, thank you. This is all from me. And just one more note, we will have a break, but after the break we will have a Kahoot session. In the Kahoot session we will have a possibility to go through the quiz, and for the first first, second and third like winners, we will have e-books as a gift. So please don't go, stay with us. And yeah, you will be tuned.
And of course there's much more interesting coming after the break as well. But before we go to the break, do we have any questions to all the 4 speakers that came to my mind while they finished? So, but just in case, we love questions. So, yes. So I didn't get the question. So how much percentage, or what? Yes. So so maybe Harut can help us out with Cloud Foundry that we started. Yes.
Yeah, especially in the cloud, like BTP, what we have seen. So we have a lot of initiatives, open source initiatives. I think there should be also a community page for open source SAP, starting free with different programming frameworks up to really underlying Kubernetes management systems, which SAP made completely open source. So it calls Gardener. Maybe you are familiar with that, or cloud application programming. These are just 2 examples, but is very strongly SAP is investing in putting especially the cloud technology stack in open source.
So just to finish the answer, we have also the user interface library that we are using, the UI5, just when I mentioned Lucine. So the Fiori new user interface that SAP has, the whole JavaScript library is actually available for open source as well. So like if you are developing any ERP system where you need a user interface library, you can use this library. And it's just JavaScript. You don't need any specific knowledge of like ABAP or anything else. Huh? And it's all free. So yes. Any other questions you had, or? Okay, good. Someone else from the audience? Questions? Yes, we have one as well. Yes, it's a very good question. We will have a specific part after the break. After Vahag's session on security, we will have a hopefully our representative from GIZ, who was actually driving this initiative together with Business Angel Network in Armenia. Unfortunately, there were no people from Business Angel Network available for today because they have their separate event in Vartanis. So we are missing the startup community a bit today. But yes, the projects will continue next year. And even if there will not be anyone talking about this, I will talk so. So yes, that's a very good question. Anything else? Yeah, so you can think about the questions during the throughout the break, and then we have now, I guess we are a bit even ahead of time, right? Yes, but it's good. So we will start earlier than the scheduled time for the cohort. Yes, 15 to or maybe. Yeah, 10 to 7, we will start with the quiz. But before that, first thing, let's have a group photo there. Yes, this is very important.
Okay, so we are starting, yes? I hear my echo? No, okay. Okay, so to access Kahoot, what we have to do? Make, Yerku. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so to start the Kahoot game, what we have to do, you're taking your mobiles, and you have to have internet connection. One, two, okay, great. So please take your mobiles, access to the internet, and what we are doing, you're opening the browser, you're typing kahoot.it, Kahoot, Kahoot.it. Okay? Once you have access to the to Kahoot.it, you have to just type the PIN code, or there should be also the QR code as well. So one of them, please. The PIN code or the QR code. So you're typing it, and then you're entering your names. Please tell me once everyone is done with this, okay? Oh, great pictures. Just to let you know one more time that the first 3 places should get electronic book from SAP Press. And okay, let's wait for some couple of minutes for everyone to join. Okay, so I'm counting to 3. 1, 2, 3. Raise your hands if you didn't manage to join. If anyone didn't manage to join. You didn't manage. Okay, we're waiting for you. No, it's not on your... Okay. So everyone is done, right? Okay. So yeah, we can just one second, please. Just to let you know that for each question, you should have only 20 seconds to answer. So I will read the question loudly. You will hear it, but anyway, you will have a possibility to look the question here in the screen as well. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We are starting. The first question. What does the acronym SAP stand for? Software Analysis Platform, Secure Application Protocol, Systems and Applications Program, Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. Please try to answer as fast as you can. Okay, so the right answer was the Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing, the 4th one. Yes. Next question. Svea. You will for sure get the electronic book, I know. Second, which module within SAP is commonly used for managing financial processes? SAP Finance, SAP Material Management, SAP Sales and Distribution, SAP Project PP. So the right answer was the first one, SAP Finance. And who is on the first place? Again, Svea. Second is Lydia, and third is Zara. No, that's not. Yeah, I mentioned that. You have to answer to the questions as fast as you can because the first one like should be, yeah, very fast. You have to. No, she doesn't know. No, really. You know, she's more than 20 years in SAP, so like she had to know. Okay, let's switch to the next question. Okay, which programming language is predominantly used for SAP software development? ABAP, C#, Java, Python. Okay. Different. Okay, so the right answer was ABAP. And who is in the first place? Let's see. Oh, Svea, Svea. No, she's answering quickly. Okay, let's switch to the next question. What is the purpose of SAP HANA? In-memory data processing and analytics, human resources management, supply chain management, customer relationship management. What is the purpose? 4, 3, 2, 1, finish. Okay, so the answer was the first one, in-memory data processing and analytics. And the first place is again Svea. The next question. What does SAP Fiori refer to? SAP's business intelligence tool, SAP's enterprise resource planning system, SAP's user experience design language and set of APIs, applications, SAP's cloud computing platform. And the right answer was the third one, SAP's user experience design language and set of APIs. And Denise is on the first place. Well, maybe the internet connection for you is not working well. Okay, so let's go to the next. Let's go to the next question. Okay, let's wait. You connected via 3G or 4G? What is using? What are you using? 3G? 3G, okay. Yeah, underground, maybe that's why the connection is not that good. Okay, so let's switch. Yeah, could be. Okay, so everyone is ready for the next question? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Next question. Which SAP solution is designed specifically for managing human resource processes? SAP S/4HANA, SAP SuccessFactors, SAP Concur, SAP Ariba. Okay, and the right answer was the second one, SAP SuccessFactors. And who gets the first place is Denise again. Okay. Are we all ready? Let's go for the next. Which SAP product is used for managing and optimizing the supply chain? SAP Supply Chain Management, SAP Business Warehouse, SAP Customer Relationship Management, SAP Supply Relationship Management. And the first one, exactly, yes. This was the most easy question, yes? Okay. Yeah, exactly. So who gets the first place? Again, Denise. Okay. Let's switch to the next one. In SAP terms, what does the acronym OSS stand for? Outstanding Service Solutions, Online Support System, Online Service System, Online Source Software, Open Source Software. Okay, and the right answer was the third one, Online Service System. And the first place, again, Denise. Next question. Which SAP module is known as the heart of the system, responsible for core business processes? SAP Sales and Distribution, SAP Project Management, SAP Enterprise Resource Planning, SAP Human Resources. And the right answer was the third one, SAP Enterprise Resource Planning. And the first place, Denise. Okay. The last question, guys. Be careful. What is the unofficial mascot of the SAP community? Rubber duck, OWL, penguin, dolphin. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. And the right answer was the first one, rubber duck. And who is the winner of the day? Irina. Irina gets the first place. No, Denise. Denise gets the first place, Ilya second, and Irina third place. Okay. Yes. Let's with round applause, please. Okay, so guys, our colleague will come to you now, and she will take your email addresses so that we send the electronic books to you, okay? Thanks a lot. Thank you for listening very carefully. Thank you. And now maybe we'll have the customer success chat.
Okay, great. So now we will have this customer success stories. Our moderator will be then Levon. Are you here, Levon? Yes. And we will have Emil. Yes. Yes, he will be online. Just to introduce Emil only, because he's a colleague of ours from Dubai office, and he is responsible for different public sector customer projects as a sales director from there. So we are really happy to have him with us. And I give the microphone to Levon to continue.
Hi, folks. My name is Levon. I am a country head of SAP practice Armenia in IPAM. Very nice to meet you all. There is a funny story about implementing SAP solutions. And maybe you are wondering why I am the man from engineering company speaking about success stories. The main idea is that sometimes anybody who is implementing SAP forgetting where he is working in really. Because even if you are working in EPAM or in another company, you are spending a lot of time working with client, on client side, even working from client's office. And the SAP projects are very long, something like 1-2 years you can spend on the client office working with the client, and even you can really forget that you are not working in that company. So we have a lot of stories about our client success. We have stories about not so many successes and our faults, for sure. It can't be something successful without any faults. So we are happy to start this session, and Emil gonna join us online. So let's go. Hello, Emil.
Let me go kindly know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So, Yerevan, thank you. It's an honor to be here. I'll be covering a recent engagement that we had with a customer here in UAE. The customer is global, so they have presence in more than 15 countries. They have a workforce of around 30,000 employees. And we focused with them on 6 pillars. One for their automotive division, one for their retail and malls, for their supply chain around logistics. On the corporate side, we've done their finance and treasury, as well as smart automations, which I'm going to cover. And last but not least, definitely employees come at the heart of everything that we do. So what I'm going to walk you through is proven track record that we have done also with other customers. And with this specific customer, we used the use case of BMW. But what was interesting during the engagement, and it's something that we discovered, and it's a project that has went live 2 days ago, it's enabling their sales force with automation. Accordingly, one of the metrics that their CEO has shared with us, if we respond for a lead within 15 minutes, the conversion ratio of that lead for a customer to buy a car grows by 11 times. And this is what we have helped our customer in selling their cars better. And the business case was significant, that has resulted in millions and millions of additional revenue that has been generated. The video that you can see, as well as some of the use cases, you can see a video by snapping the QR code. So we have helped the customer improve his sales and operations, unlock the power of data by a cloud move, and real insights into what's happening into their end-to-end cycle, as well as enabling promotions in real time to get to the right customer at the right time through the right channel, being it mobile, being it by mail, being it through their call centers. 2 use cases that we can refer over here is Toyota and Abdelatif Jamil. It's worth mentioning that Abdelatif Jamil, for example, is a Saudi customer, but this is the largest Toyota distributor on the planet. Then we moved into helping them with their retail and malls. Another go-live that took place with them last week with the help of one of our partners is through their loyalty program. Accordingly, again, the customer is at the center of everything that we do. Our customer has the ability to offer a unified commerce strategy across. They had a problem before our engagement on the returns. For example, if I go online and buy a t-shirt size 5 color blue, not all the information was replicated to the back-end system. There was a return ratio of 30%. So this means many of their shipments on the last mile were ad hoc and by chance. We have helped them reduce this to significantly lower, less than 5%, through an omni-channel engagement with the customer. through a loyalty program that's at the heart of the engagements with the customer. Accordingly, a customer, whether walking into a mall or walking into a retail store or shopping online, is having the same experience, as well as our ability to track exactly the customer behavior, thus reaching to him in a much better way and more engaging way. Some other examples you can see if you take a snapshot of that QR code is a work that we've done with PVH. We have laid the foundation to become an intelligent enterprise for them, but this is something I believe we can share later, part of the deck of this event. We moved into their logistics. Don't forget the customer is doing auto, is doing retail, thus logistics is also very important for them. We have helped them to manage better planning, demand planning, better warehouse fulfillment, accordingly the picking from the warehouse as well as the last mile delivery and the route optimization took place, making them in a position to respond to a customer inquiry, whether for their auto division and the spare parts, or for the retail division, as well as delivering garments at home and some of the grocery items at home, almost a seamless journey. You can see one of the use cases. We haven't implemented this use case yet, but it was part of our engagement. And this is a phase 2 conversation with the customer, where we help pickers in the warehouse to become more efficient by using a team viewer, which is an industry cloud solution. Then we moved into the finance, obviously, where everything that auto has improved doing, everything that retail have improved doing, finance folks were after us, saying that, guys, please don't complicate our life. We went into positioning central finance, giving them visibility across their financial systems, reducing their sales cycle closure, or sorry, their closing cycle by the end of every month by 15 to 20%. And what I'm going to talk about at the end is how we automated plenty of their processes to become to free up some workloads from the organization. Some of our customers that we've done finance with, and those are global references on top of the customer that I'm talking about in UAE. We're talking Toyota, IKEA, Ford, Volvo, and you can see that we've selected customers that are in auto, which is relevant to the UAE customers that are in retail, which is relevant to our UAE customer. On the HR front, the customer is going through a shared services journey. We started by rolling out our HR solution through their Southeast Asia operations. And this year, the rollout is taking place in UAE and the GCC countries, which is Saudi, Bahrain, Kuwait, and the others. The rollout is going smooth. We added to it, and this is something that we've done a year and a half ago, employee experience management. Accordingly, we are able to capture the vibe of employees in every country, which allows to react into employee vibes and employee feedback by enhancing processes. The project has been implemented even through COVID times, and we're witnessing quite a success and satisfaction level from the HR solution, which is SuccessFactors and Qualtrics over here. Last but not least, I would like to talk about automation. So once we established the foundation, we have core processes that are in place. We have business benefits that has been delivered. Now we're shifting gear into what we can automate with artificial intelligence and machine learning. For this, we have identified around 300 plus innovative use cases that we're going to pick them one by one. It is worth mentioning that our cloud move has allowed us to be more agile on this front. The continuous innovation that's happening in the AI space and the giant leaps that took place over the last 4 or 5 months is increasing that list today. And we're able to automate plenty of the processes, the back-end processes in finance, in HR, in logistics, and in many other organizations, parts of the organization, thus delivering amazing benefits and delivering satisfaction to our customer. As we talk now, there are close interaction to the customer to start on phase 2 and start experimenting around data and customer data and supplier data. in addition to initiatives that we're doing around sustainability. I hope I've been able to deliver. So if you can see, the innovation is around the B2B and the B2C marketplaces, is around lifestyle platform, is around immersive experiences. We've even taken this to the connected cars on the sustainability front with the circular economy. The sustainability COP28 is hosted in UAE in November, and there are hundreds of countries coming to participate on this national or international event. Every customer within UAE today is working close with with the government vision in order to deliver a sustainability journey. One of the things that we're also doing now is the scan and go, where it's a selfless or cashierless stores that we're experimenting with our customer. With this, I've been able, I wish I was able to deliver within 7 minutes, and this is the time that was given to me. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. These are my contact details. Please feel free to drop me an email, drop me a message. I'll respond as soon as I can. I'm open to questions now. Thank you, Yerevan.
So guys, anybody have any question? So, maybe not today, but thank you for sharing your contacts.
Maybe also from my side to say that the conversation, how we started with this, was we started with this question of how can we help the local community in our region. So not only from his specific customer knowledge that he's here sharing, but also the sales representatives in Armenia. They can also contact him for any future trainings that they will need, that he can come and do the trainings here. So this was a very nice offer. Thank you very much, Emil, that you mentioned this during our call. So I want to make sure that the community is aware of this. So we have Emil always ready to support us, and we really appreciate this. Yeah. Okay.
So we have spoken a lot about how SAP is cool. Thank you, Evgeny, for telling why EPAM is cool. But it is impossible to do a project like this without our clients. And let's move on. Our next speaker is Ripsime from Agba Bank. So
It's not me. Hi, colleagues. I'm very happy to be here and to represent you our success story according to the SAP. I am working in the Agba Bank, and I am head of SAP Consultants Department. I have already more than 19-year experience in finance and banking sector, and I'm a certified consultant, and my team is here with me, and I'm also working in the Revitank as a head of SAP consultancy. We have very professional, educated, certified team. The consultant and some developers is here, but our team is huge. And we have implemented SAP, many SAP modules with the SAP, with the collaboration of the SAP. And we have successfully implemented SAP SuccessFactors, SAP CRM, SAP GRC, the audit management flow, and we have automated all the flow from the initiation of the audit to the reporting and reviewing the reporting. And we have implemented treasury and risk management module. We are in the phase of the implementation of this module, and I'm aware that it will be a success module also. We have implemented the business intelligence, SAP business intelligence, and we are now doing our management reporting and everything by business intelligence and using all the quick and all the opportunities that HANA is giving us to make very quick and real-time reporting for our managers and to make very quick and profitable decisions, to be first in the market, to short the time to the market for the products, and so on. Revitech is a part of the Agba Group. It is IT company that have very initiative technological implementations and have partnership with Thales, with UiPath and SAP, and Michael has mentioned Revitech now with the collaboration with the SAP and SAP Pioneer initiate a very radical initiation in the system to implement the class project. It's a corporate landscape as a service to bring the banking system in the SME sectors, and it will implement the end-to-end solutions from the infrastructure sector right up to the application and the maintenance, everything. So doing that, Revitech, with the collaboration, with the partnership of the SAP Pioneer, now is doing the Cloud for Bank, is initiating to do the Cloud for Banking program for the banking system to make the core solutions for the bankings more quick and to be more innovative and to use all the opportunities that gives the cloud to the sector to leverage the stability, flexibility, and to be in the first level in the banking systems. So it's about our success stories with the SAP. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. When did you start this process? When? We have collaborating with the SAP 2018, already 5 years, but I think this cooperation will last long as we have many new and radical innovations to do in the financial banking and also in the SME sector. We have finance part in the treasury and risk management, not the whole one, but we are now implementing all the general ledger, all the finance process in our bank, in Agba Bank. And I think if other banks want to join us, they will have also SAP Finance in their banking systems. Thank you. Yeah, but
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think anybody from SAP knows how amazing is Agba's team. So very thank you for sharing your experience. Our next speaker is Shahen from Coca-Cola Company. Let's welcome him.
Thank you very much. As old and sick man, I need to follow my papers. When I was offered the opportunity to talk about the SAP in Coca-Cola, I think it will be very interesting to review and remember how it came to our company and what is brought for us. I named this presentation about the revolution. Maybe today it's not so wow effect which we have now, but 10 years ago it's completely changed all our business. And today I will try to very short format to explain how it works. Let's introduce myself. My name is Shayan Khachpanyan. I digital enterprise platform lead at Coca-Cola Company. I work in company more than 15 years, mostly in supply chain operations, and one of the person who implemented SAP 10 years ago, and I responsible for as key user for warehouse and inventory management module implementation. I know what Coca-Cola is mostly known company is in the world, but let's to introduce Armenia, Coca-Cola Hellenic Bottling Company in Armenia. We start work at 1996. We have one factory at Yerevan and 2 production lines. We engage production, import, distribution, and sales of soft drink. We have a wide range of refreshing beverages, including carbonated soft drinks, juices, and water. Carbonated soft drinks and water produced locally, and juices imported. Of course, we are part of Coca-Cola Hellenic Bottling Company groups. Is one of the largest bottlers in the world for Coca-Cola, and it included 29 countries, let's say very different countries from the Eastern Europe, Western Europe, Africa, and Armenia itself. Regarding to SAP implementation, we implemented SAP 2013 and upgraded it to SAP S4HANA in 2021. Sorry. As you understand, we have a lot of different let's say processes regarding to production, planning, manufacturing, distribution, plant maintenance, fleet maintenance, finance reporting and controlling, etc. And for covered all these processes in the we implement several modules of SAP. The main module is ERP for production, warehousing, finance control and reporting. For customer relationship, we are implemented CRM model. For planning proposal, for like demand planning, production planning, raw materials and finished good planning, we implement APO model. For reporting, we are implement BW model, and for agile processes, agile models as well. So, and behind of maintenance model, we have a lot of processes and integration with another solutions. But today I don't want to speak about the technical part, and I want to explain some business view of implementation and what implementation itself for us. The first one, I highlighted 4 pillars for implementation process, which we have, in 2013. So, the first one is the processes. We completely review our processes and implemented and designed and implemented new processes for us. The second one is digitalization. We implemented digital electronic based documents for in our company, and the next one is integration. We integrate all our processes between different functions and integrate processes within our group companies, and also with some suppliers and some customers as well. And final one, and my favorite is reporting. We have integrated reporting from one common source. And so, regarding the processes, as I already mentioned, we fully review of business processes and document workflow has been conducted in the company. This is completely changed our processes because we have processes based on paper-based solution, and today we have electronic documentation, and it's completely another situation which we have before. The existing processes were compared against the SAP business logic, of course, and changes was implemented according to SAP business logic. Of course, we need to be fully review of company's inventory and asset. And of course, we need to be categorization and standardization of finished goods, raw materials, and other materials which we have in the company. Let's say in this thing we can say what we are newborn company when we implemented it SAP. Completely newborn company. The digitalization is transfer to our paper-based document solution to electronic documents, which is giving us some benefits like enhanced data accuracy, interconnected business processes, centralized data management, document hierarchy, improved collaboration and communication, my favorite real-time updates, and audit and complaints. Regarding to integration, as I already mentioned, we have a lot of processes related to production, warehousing, quality control, maintenance, finance control, finance reporting, procurement, etc. And all these processes come to the one SAP umbrella. Before that, we have different solutions. We have and use a lot of Excel files. Yes, and after the implementation, we have one common source for every is this process. When we talk about the integration, it's not integration only within our company, and it's integration within our groups, between 29 company in our groups, and we can use SAP together with another country in the group as well. So, last one is reporting. We have, as you understand, before the implementation, we have a lot of source of reporting, mostly based on Excel, and our, for example, analytical guys need to be collect and verify actual data and spend a lot of time for do this task. Today we have one source and can use the reporting for and spend more time for analysis data, analysis trend, creating forecast and planning. So reporting give us opportunity to have data warehousing, data modeling, extract, transform, load, of course, SAP Business Explorer. We use, for example, SAP Analyzer or SAP Analytical Cloud as well. Reporting also gives us opportunity to integration with SAP and non-SAP systems, and of course have a data governance and security as well. That is very brief information about our transformation, about our revolution, let's say. And if you have some question, I try to answer for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ayan. That was an impressive presentation. So I was also speaker in this plenary session, and for sure I don't have any specific slides to show for you, but the idea was that I want to speak about our success stories in case of EPAM company. We are an engineering company, and we are working with Fortune 500 companies worldwide. We know our clients, and our basis of our knowledge is our experience through this network of our clients. And as I mentioned, I'm country head of SAP Armenia, and we are really satisfied to have a possibility to start creating some new business in Armenia, start working with Armenian clients. And especially for me, like for an Armenian guy, it's really impressive. I was starting my career abroad, not in Armenia, but coming back to Armenia and Yerevan and starting working here is really a huge step for us. So I am a specialist mainly in business intelligence, business warehousing, and all around any analytical solution of SAP. So if you have any question about reporting, budgeting, and integration, warehousing, I am here and happy to answer to any of your questions. Thank you very much. So our next speaker is Vagan. Welcome, Vag.
Thank you so much. My name is Vahagan. Can you hear me, guys? Good. I will use notes from my phone. Sorry for that. My name is Vahagan. I'm CTO of Redress Company, and I'm security researcher for over 10 years. Today, I'd like to tell about SAP security, basic SAP security. So, the key components of SAP security are maintaining the security of operation system where the SAP is hosted. The second one is maintain the security of database where the SAP is storing or processing the data. The third component is SAP security, SAP application security. It means that security admins of SAP should every month check the SAP security notes and apply it, or they should every month, every day, monitor the missing configurations of SAP softwares. So, and another point is so important, it's infrastructure security. In a few slides below, I will tell you why. So, in order to secure SAP, you should always pay attention on three major things. The first one is a segregation of duties. The second one, as I said, it's missing configurations, and the third one is 0 days. The segregation of duties, it's let's see the scenario when there is a company that working with SAP, and one employee has rights for initiate the purchase order and to authorize it. It means that the user can release the PO and sign it. I mean, pay it, and he can skip some security restrictions of the company, and he can steal the monies. So the segregation of duties is so important, and the largest companies can have from 1,000 up to 10,000 users roles. It means the security admins or the basis admins should always monitor and analyze users' roles to avoid some conflicts, right? The another is missing configurations. The missing configurations vulnerabilities there's in any companies, like if there is some software that working by HTTP, it's a vulnerability because attackers or insiders in the company can listen the traffic between the workstations, and he can steal some business critical data, or weak password policies or open ports. The 0 days, it's vulnerabilities that it's one of the favorite vulnerabilities by security researchers of hackers, and information about 0 days there is no in the public. I mean, there is no security patches for that vulnerabilities, right? And this vulnerability to fix that vulnerabilities or to prevent attacks for the systems is so hard. The security of infrastructure is it's another point of the security. If someone in your company will request to charge his phone, think twice about it, because right now there is some devices like in the picture, and if this device, if the cable will connect to your workstation will be compromised within a few seconds, right? And this device is not so expensive. It's around $100. If you find some coupon, it may be less, for 5. Okay, so think twice about it. Would you like to connect some cable to your workstation or not? But what we are doing in the Red Race. Red Race is a cybersecurity startup in Armenia, based in Armenia. And over 2 years, we're working with SAP. We're analyzing the SAP softwares. And if there is some security issues, we are sending information to SAP security team. And when the SAP releasing the security patches, we're writing information about that vulnerabilities, signatures of that vulnerabilities in our database, and we're delivering our database to the customers. And the customers can scan the internal SAP servers to detect some 0 days or 1 days vulnerabilities. Okay. Also, we're doing the cybersecurity services like vulnerability assessment, threat modeling, etc. We have our solution, Red Race Security Platform, and there is a few interesting models. The first model is a vulnerability assessment. It's a general model that discovering the issues in the SAP softwares. Another model is missing configurations, threat modeling. Also, our solution can detect outdated softwares and components in the SAP systems. And a few weeks ago, we released the AI-based password security model. The dashboard of our solution, you can see in this slide. It's we try to build some user-friendly interface. And here you can see some, sorry, this one. The vulnerability assessment model, there is the view like in this slide. There is a vulnerability that can be detected in your SAP systems. You can export the vulnerabilities to your Jira, to your ticketing system, to manage them, to fix them, to rescan your systems, etc. Also, we have threat modeling. It's this model we released a few months ago. You know, every SAP systems in SAP landscape are connected with each other. And the main thing is, if there is some security issue in one SAP system, it can be, an attacker can jump to another one within 1 day maximum, okay? Based on this threat modeling model, our scanner is connecting to SAP servers, extracting data, and building the threat model. And here you can see potential way how an attacker, just for example, can jump from testing SAP server to the production, okay? The another model is AI-based password security. A few weeks ago, we did some research. We analyzed over 20 million passwords that leaks in the internet, and we saw that most of the passwords are contains or company name or username with some charts like Vahagan123, okay? Vahagan123 star, or redrace123. And we released this model to allow SAP administrators write the initial some word of the company, here like redrace, and our scanner will extract the password, like hash of the passwords, encrypted type of the passwords, and he will try to brute force for some patterns like redrace123, redrace1234, and others. And if there is some weak password, administrators will notify about it, and they will request to change this password to the users, to the employees, right? As a conclusion, to secure your systems, not only the SAP, you should always monitor your systems. You should do trainings of your customers to detect, to understand phishing emails, some social engineering attacks, or others, right? That's it. You can find my LinkedIn there. If you have any questions, I will love to answer it.
No questions? Then we can. Yeah. So Vahagan is, yes. So thank you very much, Vahagan. We will now have a quick panel with the University Alliance member institutions in Armenia. So I would like to invite Arman Darpinyan and Sos Khachikyan. Mariam Babayan, did she manage to come? Probably not. She was, unfortunately, it was planned that she would come, our GIZ representative, but she didn't manage. Never mind, I will talk about the startup acceleration programs myself. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. Besides the projects that we are doing with the Russian Armenian University, and as well as the Armenian State State University of Economics. So we have also two more doing innovation projects in Armenia. They are quite successful, and also COAF. There we don't have much progress yet, but we are expecting soon. But we have, Mr. Sos Khachikyan, he will tell us what, for example, in your case, what was the progress so far, what happened so far, and what's the plan. So please.
Thank you very much for this for your excellent organizational efforts on this event. So I represent the Armenian State University of Economics, and I am the head of macroeconomics department, as well as I am the coordinator of the Center for Digital Transformation and Data Analysis. Armenian State University of Economics has signed the agreement with SAP in 2022, and now we are focusing to two important points. First of all, based on this agreement, we established just a few months ago Center for Digital Transformation and Data Analysis in our university, and are going to deliver lectures as well as other study courses on SAP data analysis and SAP solutions for customers. We already have this kind of agreement with Magdeburg University of Germany, and we'll start the courses on this coming September. But this is not the most important point, because we were talking with our Agba Bank representative colleague, Ripsime, and she said that it's not important only to deliver courses and to study some technical solutions on digitalization. We have to change something in our mind, and I agree totally with this. So we have to put our efforts on this. Second important point I would like to mention, we have joined double degree course on Master of Science with Zwickau University of Applied Science, Germany, and this course is about management and computer science. So we are going to to invest SAP solutions in our digitalization courses, and in this regard also we have some agreements. Now we are in processes to start the courses in this September again, and we hope to have good solutions in this regard. So this is the main messages I would like to deliver. If you have questions or later, I'm ready to answer.
So one more question. How many students are planned to be part of these programs?
20 students we have planned for the first course, but later these 20 students will become also as teachers for new students. This is the plan.
This is very good. So they will have the multiplier, they will act as multipliers for the project. Okay, this is very good. So the same questions to you, Mr. Darpignan. So what existing projects have you had with SAP so far, and what are the plans for the upcoming months and year?
Thank you very much for the invitation and this beautiful event. I'm Arman Darpignan from Russian Armenian University and head of Department Mathematical and Mathematical Modeling. So I'm a programmer, not economic, not a finance. So for me, SAP is interesting for doing some research tasks. We start, you know, so in that we work with ICN, and in our university we have several laboratories where our students, we give them, or companies give them some projects, and they starting to work on them by our supervising companies, and we're trying to do the same with SAP. We did one project, and we hope that we will continue that. I don't know what they want, but we want. So I hope that you will help us, all of you, to do because not only I don't want to. It's two direction we have. The first one is creating the students for using the SAP tools. The second one, which is my opinion, is to create specialists to create develop the new technologies, new type of solutions. So I hope we can could it do done. Thank you.
That's my hope as well, because we are in need of SAP professionals in Armenia, and our hope in this direction to solve this, it's actually you, universities and other institutions that could help us close this gap. And so my question would be here, as you, Mr. Khachkian, noted already the discussion with Agba Bank. How is are there any plans for collaborating with local partners, customers, so that the students will have some more practice directly, so as interns, maybe internships, doing internships in those companies that are using SAP? So are there such programs planned?
Okay, thank you. Of course, in the framework of the agreement with SAP, we are going to establish new partnership also in Armenia and beyond the Armenia that are working on SAP platforms. In Armenia, in general, they are, let me say, big businesses, not small and medium businesses. And I have discussed with our German partners in SAP that they said that also small and medium business platforms also available in SAP platform. Now we are going to concentrate on these solutions and educate, train new generation, especially based on new content on solutions for medium and small businesses. With Agba Bank, of course, we had some discussion on data analytics, and in the coming in September courses that we are going to start, the data analysis and big data are involved in our curriculum that will be agreed with Agba Bank. This is the first step that we are going, and we have discussed already. Thank you.
In our university, we have, in my programs, we have machine learning and artificial intelligence master program, and we are trying to, I can't yet, but we are trying to include some SAP tasks or solutions in data mining and big data subjects. I have also went on 2 courses by SAP. I have 2 certificates, not directly from SAP. One is from St. Petersburg State University. Second one I don't remember. But we're trying to include it in a project, but I mentioned that we are interested in programming, not using, and now I didn't see yet how can I do that program.
This is very, very good because it's actually a big question, open question that we have in Armenia. And while we are here gathered, the community is here, all partner representatives are here, customer representatives are here. Maybe we can kind of as well discuss these ideas on and open this question loudly more. How can we actually gain more connection between the partners and the universities who are trying to educate and upskill students to SAP solutions? So maybe just from my side, something that from my German university that I remember, and many of us had the opportunity here, for example, Harutun or Lucine at SAP. So there's a close connection between the universities and the employers. Yeah, so they were able to do internships, or they could write their master thesis at SAP, and that's how they actually it is the job of all sides. So maybe this is a proposal that could be discussed as well. Yes. So just yes.
Is there any vocational training here at your university? First of all, from which university are you? Okay, and you? Oh, okay, very nice. So in Germany, we have the vocational training. It means that the students are, for example, 3 months at SAP or another companies and 3 months at university. It would be also a great idea to have such model here.
You don't need to do it SAP. We can do it with Agba Bank or EPAM. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Just one of our proposals to establish Center for Digital Transformation and Data Analysis is that just what you said, to have not only diploma education but also certificated programs for students and for teenagers, other teenagers, not only students.
Are there any questions in this direction? So for maybe students have questions? Yeah, okay.
In our case, for the first stage, we have planned to deliver to teach two models, S4HANA and SAP cloud analytics, maybe. Duration about between 3 to 6 months for each certificated program. It will be certificated program, SAP certificated program.
And only students of Armenian State University of Economics. Okay, sorry. Yes. Yes. So it's open to other students as well. This is great offer. So make sure to take it. Perfect. Yes, this is really great. Then I guess I will shortly also cover the topic of yes. Oh, there are questions.
I don't have a question, but I'm the representative of the community, and we have also the community presence for university alliances and for young thinkers, for the younger ones. So maybe when you have your projects, it would be great to post something about it in the community, because it's open. We have 3 million unique monthly visitors, total visitors. So we have a lot of people who consume the content, and we have a tag for SAP Community Alliances, SAP University Alliances and SAP Young Thinkers. So it's a good way to kind of promote your activities and to connect. I have also seen, I think it was here, that there were some cooperations with Magdeburg in Germany, is this correct? Also there, they have a regular Stammtisch, it's this regular table at the university, and maybe there is a possibility for you to join, to speak. That's partly hybrid, so you can join virtually and they meet on site. So that's also a way maybe to get more into SAP and to spread the word about your projects.
Yeah. Yes, this is actually a very important point that Svea is raising, because just like the universities or institutions in Armenia, University Alliances has agreements with almost in every country with all universities. So connecting you with the others is a very important task as well that you should be considering as well. So for students, this would be a good chance to learn about similar programs abroad, and I guess this would motivate them and drive them for success much faster. Okay, so then shortly about the innovation projects we have. Some of you already know that we had SAP Startup Factory Acceleration Program. We had 2 batches, and from the second batch, for example, Vahagan Vartanyan was member of this batch, the second batch, but we had also many other startups, and this was quite successful. Unfortunately, for this year, it was not continued, but we are expecting next year to have it again, and in a much larger scale. This is the hope, and it will be regional. So please make sure that if you know any interesting startups whose products could be relevant for our products, so that to have them like as extensions of our products, then make sure that the startups join this program. Yes, unfortunately, as I said, they are today in Vartenis for another tech event, but for the future we will have them as well. Yeah, do we have other questions on this topic? Yeah, well, yeah, we have covered everything, so yes, then I would like to thank you. Thank you very much. And maybe to have one photo with all speakers here. I would like to ask all speakers to come here. Yes, another slide.